not a bad drive, but the situation they had us in, because it was my first time covering it and my first time housing up with these other TV dudes, the guest room that myself and my other co-sports anchor had to stay in was like the kids' room of this Airbnb-style house, where I literally had to sleep in this pink bunk bed. This small, it felt like it was smaller than a twin bed, and it was low to the ground. This pink bunk bed-sized bed, and it was a little bit humiliating. No pictures from that, but plenty of pictures and videos from my time out there at the Augusta National Golf Club, enjoying the great stuff, and not really liking the pimento cheese sandwich. That was the biggest takeaway.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. I think I shacked up 2 hours away. I was a full 2 hours away from Augusta National.
I was blessed. Never mind.
Yeah.
I used to complain about the 45-minute commute because of traffic. No, you were 2 hours.
No, yeah. We woke up and did the entire drive in the pitch black.
Ooh.
And then got to the accommodations. Was fortunate enough to be gifted those tickets last year to the practice round and made it happen. Yeah, me and my pops, it was a good time.
That perspective is everything.
Yeah.
You know, perspective on life is everything. Again, it was my first time covering anything in the PGA Tour. Wasn't a big golf fan at the time as well, so it definitely I probably walked in there with a little bit too much privilege, a silver spoon in my mouth, if you will.
Yeah.
And that's you now at the Delray Beach Open. It's all downhill from here.
Seriously, I've been trying to I thought we might have gotten an invite again this year, and it didn't happen.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm kind of sad.
That is tough, huh?
I thought this was going to be a recurring thing.
Yeah.
Of tickets to the Masters in the club that we were in.
New tradition.
And, yeah, we didn't get the phone call in January of 2026. So I have to watch on TV like everybody else. That's okay.
It'll be good. Well, at least you get to catch the Delray Beach Open in person here. They're playing all the way through to February 22nd. Play opened with the Legends event actually the week, a couple of days before Valentine's Day. So they've been in action, man. 60,000 or so spectators expected throughout this 10-day event. And it is the town that Coco Golf calls home, and the arena in which we've seen many of the greats compete at the highest level. Our guy Colin Russo is actually the in-arena host. Is he
announcer?
He's the PA announcer.
Yeah.
He's the public address announcer for the players as they come out and compete. So that's
got like a headset or an earpiece.
Yeah.
Not a headset. These are headsets that we're on right now that have 2 ears and 1 microphone. He's got a slick, transparent earpiece, like he works in the Secret Service, walking around like he owns the place.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty impressive. So that's what's cracking on this end. And, of course, we'll be live here through 6 o'clock, theoretically speaking, until 4, Russo and Rizzo through 6, and you'll be in for Mike Rizzo on that show today.
Yeah, Mike Rizzo is flying private to Destin, Florida.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
What a flex. Why won't he drive? Yeah, he's not wasting his time in the car. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's got Sugar Daddy Uncle Mark that's going to bring him there.
Scottie Pippen doesn't drive to Destin, Florida. Scottie Pippen flies private everywhere, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that news was broken yesterday while the guys of Russo and Rizzo were live from Cacti Park that Mike was missing today to fly out to there.
Wow.
So it's his first time flying private.
Okay.
So he'll report back on Russo and Rizzo to his private flight experience. Private?
I have not flown private. I'm trying to withhold for as long as possible.
Until it's your plane?
No, not until it's my plane. I mean, sure, yes, it would be great. But also, I don't want to give myself that unrealistic experience and then always be kind of clamoring for once you fly first class, people say you never really want to go back. I've done first class once, got upgraded. It was a very early morning flight after a night out where I did not go to sleep, so I didn't get to experience most of it.
You time traveled.
Yeah, pretty much, but in first class. So I would prefer to see what that experience is like, fully awake and comprehensive. But flying private, it just sounds so sweet. No TSA. You literally walk up the steps onto the plane like you're the president.
How does that work,
like
though?
Like you're an NBA player. It's got to look sweet.
I don't want to ring any bells and say something I shouldn't, but I feel like we should still check the people that get on private flights.
They don't.
It's
just part of it. You're not.
I'm sorry,
you're not
but you
anybody.
can.
You're not harming anybody.
Can.
Who are you going to harm? The
pilot of the plane?
Why would you do that? You're paying a lot of money to do. The issue with
okay,
so there's
Yeah, I'm kind of, looking back at the time in history where,
See what you're saying. Private planes are a lot smaller, though. I don't know.
I feel like a little pat on the pockets like you're walking to Hard Rock Stadium won't hurt.
Sometimes, C-Katt, especially in this life, in this capitalistic society, the more money you have, the less checks and balances, around you.
I guess.
It's just the truth.
That's true. You pay for clear, and you don't got to take your shoes off before, now everyone doesn't have to take their shoes off.
That is, and again, I'm going to say allegedly, but I'm pretty sure it's public and it's out there. But that was how, reportedly, Gilbert Arenas would travel from NBA city to NBA city with firearms.
Okay, so that was his loophole.
Yeah, you can, and that is the issue is that it's a felony to transport firearms across state lines. But apparently, that was one of the big reasons why that became such a big thing. It wasn't just that there were guns in the locker room for the Washington Wizards. It was that he would have, in order for him to be bringing them back and forth, he would be transporting them across state lines illegally. So that was.
I got you. And it would have raised a flag if he was like, "Listen, Wizards, I'll drive." I actually I like the serenity to turn the radio on. Like the wind in my hand.
I just, I'm more of a road trip guy. Yeah, where we going? Los Angeles?
I'll meet you in Phoenix.
Yeah, that'll be. That's interesting. But they don't really. Yeah, flying private. I'm pretty sure there's no TSA for it. So I don't really know what that process is. Maybe somebody. I know there's a lot of good people that listen to Theoretically Speaking. We have a very affluent fan base as well. If you fly private often, or if you've done it a couple of times at least, 888-760-3776, 888-760-3776. Let us know on the Baptist Health Hotline what that process is like. If you are able to transport, illegal contraband, drugs, firearms, anything, what is the process? Because maybe we should have, threw something on Mike Rizzo to get it up to Destin for us.
Yeah, you need something in Destin, like someone's been waiting for it.
We could have used him as a, what do you call him? He could have been a little runner for us.
I got you, a mule.
Yeah, a mule. There we go.
There we go.
Could have been a mule. Mike the Mule.
Mike the Mule.
But he's the GOAT, though. He's Scottie Pippen. I forgot.
Let's just start that rumor now. I'm sure that's not damaging or at all unethical to talk on the FCC airwaves about how Mike's a drug mule.
What an open here for us at the Delray Beach Open.
You mentioned how you want to withhold yourself from flying private until you can do it semi-regularly or it won't ruin the rest of the flights for you. To kind of pull it full circle, Chris Gotterup is a PGA Tour golfer. He won 2 weeks ago in a playoff against Hideki Matsuyama, and now we got an invite to the Masters. And that's a big – whenever you talk about these early season golf tournaments, that's kind of like the story point, especially if it's not a major guy.
That's what they'll talk about with the Cognizant Classic and the Palm Beaches. When Sepp Straka won it in 23 or 22, that was the major story point because he's actually from Augusta.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Went to UGA from Augusta, I believe. At least he's from North Georgia, and he always wanted to play it, and he earned his opportunity to play it by winning the Cognizant Classic.
So Chris Gotterup, who won 2 weeks ago, said he's never actually been to Augusta despite being offered the opportunity several times.
Yeah.
He said he didn't want to go to Augusta National, didn't want to see the Masters until he actually earned his way in the field to play it, which is pretty incredible.
I like that.
You like that?
Yeah.
I guess if you are in his mindset where it's definitely attainable, you're close to being the best at what you do, or at least, in among the group that is the best at what they do in terms of professional golf, that it's possible. But if he's 16 years old and they're like, here's some tickets, you want to go? It's like, no.
He's like, I'm holding off.
Exactly. I'll see you in 2026.
I have a similar story. And we're going to get to the big topic of the day because I do want to talk about this Jerome Tang firing because I have a Jerome Tang story too. Former Kansas State basketball coach had a rant, got fired, and now they're trying to withhold the guaranteed money, which I don't think is going to stand. We're going to get to all of that. But I had a similar thing happen. When I was in college, I participated in this program called the Sports Journalism Institute, which is one of the more prestigious things you can do as an aspiring sports journalist. They send you to the Columbia, Missouri, for the University of Missouri's journalism school. You go through an 8-day boot camp, and then they send you off to do an internship. At the end of that boot camp, some of the people that were with SJI, they actually gifted a bunch of us a lot of ESPN gear. One of the gear items that they gifted us, and again, I'm like a sophomore, junior in college, 20, 21 years old. One of the items they gifted us was an actual ESPN polo, black, red ESPN logo, looks super official, and it's like I got a hat, I got like a koozie, and I got this ESPN polo in this plastic bag. And when they gave it to me, I'm like, first of all,
thank you,
but what do I? How can I ever? I can't wear this.
Wow, you're on stolen valor.
I can't. How can you wear that? If you wear that, you look like an ESPN employee. You don't look like a fan. You don't look like a viewer. You look like an employee for ESPN who's probably running courts or working an event or something. So what I told them at the time, and it still holds true to this day, I have this polo in my drawer, and I never opened it, never wore it, was I won't wear this until I am employed by ESPN.
Right.
And I still haven't worn it.
But you work for ESPN.
And I've done stuff on ESPN National multiple times. But until I am full-time employed ESPN National, I think I wouldn't wear it.
Wow, you're big dogging our entire content team. This is kind of crazy.
It's not big dogging our content team. First of all, there's a person on our content team right now that's appeared on ESPN more times than any of us, and he's like 24. So I don't think like a big dog. I think Colin Russo.
Yeah, 24 is a little much.
Is he younger?
22, 22 or 23.
Either way, there's no big dog in the dog. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is, I do. It's not the same thing. It's good. We're good Karma brands. It's different. I don't want to stolen valor still.
I mean, you're kind of pulling behind the curtain. I mean, everyone listening right now this is ESPN.
Yes, this is ESPN. But we're in ESPN West Palm right now. We're doing a show right here for the good people. I want them to know that when I'm here, I am connected to this area. What does your polo say? ESPN West Palm.
Yeah.
We are men of this community. We are tapped in with the 561, with the 772, with the Treasure Coast. Do we broadcast globally? Sure. Are we on the apps? Of course. But I just haven't also broken up in the pack because I have a bunch of ESPN polos that I've been given through work now, too. So it's different.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of looking at you right now the way I looked at Mike Rizzo about 2 weeks' time ago when he was naming himself Scottie Pippen. That's what I think right now. I feel this. This is how I feel right now. There's a division between you and I right now. Normally, when we're actually in the studio, there's a physical division of a glass panel, but I've never been further away from you than when I can physically touch you right now.
So I've earned the right to sport that polo now.
Yes.
All right. Well, that does it. That does it, I guess. All I need to do is come to C-Katt for permission. But also, I have other polos is the real thing, too.
Oh, it's not stylish enough for Theo?
No, it's just the same. It's similar to our polos that we have. It's just it says ESPN, and I'm like, why would I ever break that one out? It also adds to the lore whenever I look at it. I'm like, I remember when I got that when I was like 20.
But I also talked to you when we were at the South Florida Fair. You said, check out this new Sports Center hoodie I just got.
Yeah.
You wear that.
That was different.
I think getting the Sports Center job is a little bit like defined, whereas it's not as defined working for ESPN West Palm. Sports Center is a specific position.
Yes, it is.
But you'll throw that on and walk to Publix, and people will be like, hey, wow, I thought I recognized you.
Yeah, I would say, Stay tuning in, too. Follow me here. Follow me. No. I really like that. That was a gift as well, so I couldn't turn it down. I guess the other one was a gift, too. This is stupid. What we do know is also maybe equally stupid is what we found happened at Kansas State University. Not in Big Manhattan, in Little Manhattan, out in Kansas, where the Wildcats basketball team has been losing insufferably. They are last place in the Big 12, and a few days ago, it all hit rock bottom when Jerome Tang's squad lost to Cincinnati. And I believe we have the sound from the rant that is now going to live in infamy. Damian Perez, can you hit it?
Hey, I'm gonna honor Christ like I always do. Blessed to do this, but this was embarrassing. These dudes do not deserve to wear this uniform. There will be very few of them in it next year. I'm embarrassed for the university. I'm embarrassed for our fans, our student section. It is just ridiculous. We got practice at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and we will get this thing right.
That was Tang following the loss. The next game that they stepped out there, he made the players go out without their names on the back of the jerseys, which is an interesting play as well. And we learned, I believe, last night that Kansas State has since parted ways with Jerome Tang, but no fluffy words here. They fired the brother. They fired Jerome Tang with cause. And that key phrase right there is important right now because Jerome Tang was owed nearly $20 million more dollars. His contract ran through the 2029 season. He had just extended it 2 years ago. So they had a hefty price tag on what they were going to owe him. They realized that they probably had a bit of buyer's remorse, and they found the opportunity and struck Kansas State, firing Jerome Tang with cause, therefore terminating his contract, trying to not then pay out what was owed to him. And, of course, C-Katt, his response is to fight it with a lawsuit. So this thing is going to go into court. We're going to be a couple of years, down the road before we get any resolution. But from all of the stuff I've been reading, from all of the things around college athletics, and specifically based on what he said in that press conference, C-Katt, I think they're going to have to pay that brother his money.
Oh, this is insane.
Yeah.
I could not believe, my Little League coach has said meaner things about our team, and we were 9 years old.
Come on.
These are players that are getting paid money to play college hoops these days.
Yeah.
As if it wasn't okay when they weren't, which that exact sentence, what he said, where he said it, with the microphone, in the context of which, would have been fine if they were still student athletes and amateur athletes.
Yeah.
Let alone they're getting paid. Are you kidding me? There is no way Tang does not win this case in court.
I think, again, so we have the Mel Tucker case, which we'll get into later in the show, but just to give you the broad scope of it, he was to be owed $80 or so million. He was the head football coach at Michigan State, got caught up in he got accused actually for some kind of a sexual, not assault, but yeah, he got accused by a woman. Misconduct. There we go. Sexual misconduct by a woman. And then Michigan State fired him for cause because of that. In reality, Michigan State football had buyer's remorse on that big deal that they had and wanted to get out of it. So since that has shooken down, they are still in litigation, still trying to figure out whether or not Michigan State's going to have to pay Mel Tucker a good chunk of that buyout, if not all of the $80 million they owe him, because also that sexual misconduct lawsuit ended up getting that case
He didn't
lost.
get charged.
Yeah, didn't get charged with
maybe,
it.
I don't know how civil court works.
The legal rendering of it all was that it didn't, I forget the actual name of it, but the courts shot it down. It didn't. It got dismissed.
He never said or was forced to say, or it was proved that yes, I did that.
Yeah,
so that never happened.
It didn't, because that case got dropped. It looks like he's likely going to get his money, and I think a similar thing is going to happen here with Jerome Tang. So to not get into the weeds of the legalese of it, just to specifically talk about what he said, I couldn't. When I heard the rant the first time, the first thing I thought was, well, damn, he's really going to be setting himself back when it comes to acquiring new talent to Kansas State. He's really going to hurt himself when it comes to recruiting and when it comes to hitting the transfer portal, maybe in some ways, because it's a new age in college basketball and football and college athletics in general, where you have to always be actively recruiting, but then recruiting your own players because of the transfer portal, because of NIL, because of the player mobility that is so enabled by the structures that we have or lack of structure in college sports. So I thought, damn, Jerome, you're already in a bad spot being at Kansas State. You're making it worse on yourself. You're making it harder on yourself. I never for 1 second thought he'd get fired. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, they were in the tournament. I'm pretty sure won tournament games not too long ago.
So
I remember Jerome Tang. If I remember a coach's name, it's only for hilariously bad reasons or they won tournament games.
Yeah,
The fact that I knew who he was, wait a second, maybe think back and look back at Kansas State basketball. And, yeah, I remember, locker room celebrations, maybe putting the Kansas State to the next side of the bracket.
Yeah.
I remember his name.
He was grooving, and that was his first year at Kansas State. And I was there for the elimination game in that tournament. It happened at Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
It happened in the Elite Eight. It happened against none other than Boca Raton's own Florida Atlantic University. So I watched that story play out. That was the team that everybody wanted to advance at MSG. Remember the guard that he had, the guard Marquise Noel. Marquise Noel. It was all of 5'8", maybe $160, and he was the baddest dude in the tournament to that point, dropping 30 on everybody's head. He was such an accurate passer. I can't. It's hard to describe what his game was like, but if I could pull one player, if people missed that run, Celtics Isaiah Thomas.
Okay.
Celtics Isaiah Thomas, but a little bit more pass first. His ability to pull up from range. He was a better passer than Isaiah Thomas ever was, and a more willing passer. But he was that size and that dominant when Isaiah Thomas was playing really well. Latter end of Kings years and in early Celtics. So that was a remarkable team. And if not for Dusty May and that bunch that was just so well coached, so experienced, and so cohesive, like Kansas State could have easily been a team that maybe even went on to a national championship game. That's how good they were that year under Jerome Tang's first year. They won 26 games. He was the belle of the ball. And just like Dusty May, following his run with FAU, Jerome Tang got an extension that upcoming offseason. Now, here's the issue, C-Katt. Since then, not only have they not made the tournament, they have not had a strong season at all. They have not had a winning record. And this year, right now, they are last in the Big 12. This year, Jerome Tang's squad, I believe, only has one conference win so far and 6 games to go. And I believe Kansas State, who just changed football coaches, Kansas State, who is looking at the productivity of this basketball team and looking at how they have to start divvying up money, especially to compete in the Big 12, looked at that contract and said, man, we owe this dude $19 million more. We got to pay him all the way through 2029, and we don't necessarily believe in the future of this program under his tutelage anymore. It hadn't looked good for the past couple of years, and he just said this about the team he recruited. Like, these are your guys. So I understand Kansas State for seeing that exit door and trying to pry right through it. I'm just letting them know and everybody else around there know it ain't going to work. Because ain't no way in hell they're going to get away with not paying that man his money.
Like their athletic director went to their legal office and was like, all right, do we have a case here?
Right.
And they said, we can if you want. And that's a sorry excuse for a firing case. It's insane. And I almost went full circle with this where you initially think, wow, they wronged Jerome Tang, to where, wait a second, he might come out of this looking like $1 million.
Yeah.
Because like we saw with Bill Belichick not getting into the Pro Football Hall of Fame first ballot, obviously it's insane, it's weird. Everyone got to talk greatly about Bill Belichick for a full week. Now, with Jerome Tang being what many believe to be unjustly fired for cause specifically, because we've seen coaches get fired for performance all the time, but for cause where they're attempting to not pay him all that money, I think he's going to win that lawsuit. And I think that there is going to be athletics directors across the country that are thinking, we could use a coach who is very hard on our players. Like, that is a style of coaching that can work.
Yeah.
And there are so many college basketball jobs in the country that would take Jerome Tang. And maybe it's not a Power 4, Power 5 program that would take a coach like that.
Yeah.
But it would be a program that would not only have Jerome Tang win that lawsuit, he gets that guaranteed money, or he gets that money, and then you get a paycheck from your new program.
I do wonder, too, for Tang, because I look at Mel Tucker's situation. Michigan State was done with him. I look at even Sherrone Moore, former football coach for the Michigan Wolverines, and see how they started to see maybe he's not necessarily the guy. Like, maybe he's not the heir apparent. Maybe we can move on and do better. And they got out of that situation. Now, of course, his scandal was way worse.
Jerome Tang was a little bit harder on his players versus Sherrone Moore.
I'm not comparing the scandals. I'm just saying when teams look to pull the escape rope versus if Jerome Tang and Kansas State was a top 25 team, if they had just made the tournament last year, if they had a top recruiter too coming in this year, do you think that message after a game gets them fired? I'm not comparing the actual scandals themselves. I'm just comparing what a program or any job will do to keep somebody who they actually want in place versus somebody who's looking for any excuse. It's kind of like when you see that a relationship is over. I've been watching Love is Blind with the wife. And
must be February.
Yeah. You know how that goes. Football is done. She suffered through 18 straight months, it feels like, to her, of football every other day. So now I'm watching Love is Blind with her. And you can tell even in Love is Blind, once after the people meet, and then they go on their little honeymoon because they meet for the first time. They go on a honeymoon. They want to see if they get married. If those two want the relationship to work, then they are willing to put up with so many things and work through things and talk things out like any relationship.
There's no such thing as a deal breaker anymore.
No.
You can rationalize. You can excuse things.
Right, because you fell in love with him emotionally when you couldn't see him, Love is Blind, and then you see him and you're like, also I rock with this as well. And then they rock through it. But you can tell immediately when there's one of the two parties who's like, wasn't really expecting her to look like that. And then it's like, and now everything's a problem. Oh, the snoring. I can't deal with the snore, man. Oh, she's too affectionate. She's not affectionate enough. Oh, she talks in too high of a pitch. Like, that's when all the excuses start coming out, and that's when people start looking for an escape rope. Jerome Tang and what he said. Let's take a listen again. Former Kansas State head basketball coach fired with cause from Kansas State and from saying this to his players.
Hey, I'm gonna honor Christ like I always do. Blessed,
a moral man,
to do this, but this was embarrassing. These dudes do not deserve to wear this uniform. There will be very few of them in it next year. I'm embarrassed for the university. I'm embarrassed for our fans, our student section. It is just ridiculous. We got practice at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and we will get this thing right.
I'm afraid for Jerome Tang because if that's what they're trying to use in the court to say that they're firing him with cause, they about to start making up stuff about this brother. They about to get artificial intelligence rocking.
It's like, what did you use that company credit card for?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that steak dinner was necessarily a work expense in when you made the road trip.
Bruh, he better wipe his cell phone. They are going to find something on that man because you could say that to players in a little league basketball game in front of their parents, and nobody would have an issue.
And that's the sports world. You could say that as a manager at your office across the street about the people that work for him, under him, the staff. Yes. You could say those exact words in that exact phrase and that exact tone of voice, and it would make sense. And like, wow, geez, it's a tough loss, but you'd go about your day.
That's pretty cohesive, very measured. In fact, I would be, if I was a player, I'm like, man, I got to get together. Like, this is like the speech that your mom and dad give you when they're not mad at you, they're disappointed. He's like, look, I'm a man of God, thankful to be here, love the university. These dudes, though, gave minimal effort. They don't deserve to sport this uniform. In fact, maybe he gave Kansas State too much credit. Maybe he put the school on too big of a platform and promised too much for the student section by saying the players weren't playing up to the standard or the expectation. I cannot believe they're using that to fire him, but I also use that speech itself, and that tells me that Kansas State either got another trick up their sleeve or they're going to invent one to present in the courtroom if they want to save themselves that $18.7 million. And I won't blame them for trying, but if you are a judge, if you are the jury, or anybody that has to rule on this, make sure you got your AI blocker ready. You know what I'm saying? Your AI detection system, make sure you got that ready because they are about to start inventing stuff that Jerome Tang did.
I mean, like, I've seen those Instagram reels where someone will go to a grocery store, like a snot-nosed kid, a jerk, people that go viral all the time, and they'll take a picture of someone who's like shopping for cereal, and then they'll like run it in the AR, like make a video of this person pushing over a toddler, and they'll show them that video, and they'll freak out because, like, obviously I never did that. Jerome Tang's going to find a video of him, like kicking an old lady or something.
Yes. I mean, again, it's $18.7 million. That money make you act funny. I'm not saying I'm mad at Kansas State for trying it, but what I can tell you is that press conference, definitely not enough. But y'all let me know, is that fireable what Jerome Tang said, or are they going to have to invent something against the young man? 888-760-3776, 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. The Baptist Health Hotline, 888-760-3776. What, he's not young to you?
No. I was going to say, Theo's getting old when he starts calling Jerome Tang young.
He's a young man. He is. You're as youthful as you feel. I don't know why I said young man. I'm an idiot. The Baptist Health Hotline, though, hit us up on it. Let us know your thoughts. And there's some people out there that would consider Jerome Tang a young man.
That's true. It's all about perspective.
It is. Welcome to Pro Level Orthopedic Care at Baptist Health. In fact, I saw the Baptist Health booth. Oh, it's right there. Look, right there to our left here at the Delray Beach Open. So come up, pull up and say hi to Baptist Health. And also ask them how they can welcome you to Pro Level Orthopedic Care. If an injury is keeping you from what you love, our expert team is here to get you back in the game. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. It's trusted by the pros, and it's ready for you because everybody deserves pro-level care. Everybody don't deserve to be sporting, apparently, K-State uniforms, but everybody does deserve Baptist Health Orthopedic Care's pro-level care. So welcome to being treated like a pro. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more. baptisthealth.net/ortho. Good people. want to welcome you to being treated like a pro. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline, 888-760-3776.
And I want to hear, like, also on the Baptist Health Hotline, that phone number Theo just mentioned, 888-760-3776.
It's the worst thing.
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
I'm afraid it might not be good for the airway.
And I was pausing to try to word it that way.
Yeah.
Like, if you could censor the worst thing your coach ever said to you when growing up playing youth sports, high school sports, and if you're lucky, college sports or pro sports, the worst thing your coach ever said to you, and was he fired for it?
Yeah.
Because also, like, I've heard stories of that before, of a coach who, like, was, like, not giving kids water breaks.
Oh, my gosh.
Because they didn't earn it.
I was about to say, though, and that's the thing, too, is, like, we didn't even know that a lot of the things our coaches did to us were an issue. We didn't know it was illegal. Like, not earning water breaks was a real thing.
Yes.
I thought that was legit. I was like, he's
and
right.
I kind of believe it.
Yeah.
I don't coach kids. Colin Russo would be on 4 to 6.
Yeah.
He did coach kids. I'll ask him. What's the worst thing he ever said to your team?
We need to know. Worst thing a coach has ever said to you at any level of the sport, and hopefully none of Bobby Knight's former players are theoretically speaking fans. If so, though, I would love to hear about that as well. 888-760-3776. We are live from the Delray Beach Open. That is C-Katt. I am Theo Dorsey, and we are, theoretically speaking, on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWestPalmContests.com.
That's ESPNWestPalmContests.com.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and I...
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
We also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Good luck surviving the off-season, football fans.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Football's over, it's like a part of me just died inside. 200 days till football's back, but tonight I won't just cry, cause I've got a ways to play. And that's the place with Hard Rock Bet, I will survive.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WAT.
This is Bam Adebayo.
This is Jaime Hawkins Jr.
This is Nikola Jovic.
It's Kasper Sigurdsson.
It's Norman Powell, and you're listening to ESPN 106.3 and the ESPN South Florida app.
ESPN 106.3 is your home for Miami Heat basketball.
Today's tax tip is brought to you by Anshin Accountants and Advisors with Robert Gilman, partner and leader of Anshin's Real Estate Group.
Under the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, 100% bonus depreciation has been permanently reinstated. Real estate businesses are now able to immediately expense the full cost of qualifying property. Even projects with millions in improvements can benefit from first-year expensing without any spending cap. At Anshin, a partner-owned firm since 1923, we strategically guide real estate businesses through these legislative changes to help them develop a long-term investment strategy and boost cash flow. If you're a real estate professional looking to enhance profitability and minimize tax liabilities, let Anshin deliver value where others can't.
For more tax tips from Anshin, visit Anshin.com. That's ANCHIN.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, helping you recalculate what's possible.
Hey, ref, time out, man. All right, team, we're only down by 5.
We can still win this. Grab some water and get back out there. Whoa, not that water. You need Culligan water. With a free water test and advanced reverse osmosis purification system, Culligan helps reduce contaminants, delivering cleaner, safer, better tasting water. Enjoy 12 months interest-free. Schedule your free test today at Culligan.com. Serving all of South Florida, residential or commercial.
Hey, Culligan man!
West Palm Beach, get ready. Car buying just got a whole lot better at Greenway Kia West Palm Beach.
We're open at 7 a.m. Shop early, beat the crowds, and stay on your schedule.
Prefer a female sales professional? Just ask.
Our experienced women make sure you feel comfortable and confident every step of the way.
Every new Kia comes with full invoice pricing, the real numbers right up front.
No games, no surprises.
No time to come in? We bring the test drive to you. Greenway Kia West Palm Beach. Open early, priced right, built around you.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
And we're live from the Delray Beach Open, the 34th annual, that's right, ATP 250 event going on right now in our own backyard in Palm Beach County. And this is the ultimate tennis party, and it's happening right now. So make sure you get your tickets, pull up on us. We'll be here live through 6 o'clock. Russo and Rizzo following Theoretically Speaking right at 4. And today we're featuring the top tennis stars of the day. Names like Taylor Fritz, Casper Ruud, Francis Tiafoe, Tommy Powell, and other top players. There's 140 miles per hour aces. We got parties, and we got all the good vibes. This is what the Delray Beach Open is going to be all about. So come for the nonstop action on and off the court. Tickets are still available right now. There's even group and kids discounts. Visit DelrayBeachOpen.com. That's DelrayBeachOpen.com. The Delray Beach Open, where champions play and fans party. That's right.
All right, so Theo, if I spelled a name for you, could you pronounce it for me?
Sure, go.
P-A-U-L.
Paul.
There you go.
What did I say?
You kind of gave him the Pau Gasol pronunciation.
Called him Paul? Powell?
You gave him a Pow. Yeah.
Where?
Right.
Tommy Powell?
Yeah, Paul.
What I said? I said Powell?
Yeah, you give him a Powell.
Tommy Powell. I'm country, bro.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, I'm country.
I'll snap into a country accent on accident when I
you do it
mispronounce
often, actually.
All right.
Actually,
all right.
you do it more
We're
often.
talking like once a quarter.
No, you do it more often than you give credit for. I don't know what that's about, by the way. I don't know what that's about. A lot of people, more people do it than you think, and it's weird because you're from upstate New York. Like, at least I'm from the South.
But I listen to, like, I guess my music listening habits is like 10% country.
Yeah, so
and
it's
it used
there.
to be 100% country.
Yeah.
And I used to be, like, inundated with it for my job when I was in Oklahoma.
I'm not criticizing you for it. You're criticizing me for it. And I can say at least I grew up in it, you know?
I used to be told that when I sung along to any song, whether or not it was country, I would put on a country accent. So, like, it would just be it would be Boom Boom Pow by the Black Eyed Peas, and I would somehow sing it in a country accent.
Maybe that's your singing voice. You think to make because most of the songs you listen to are country singers, you put on a country accent when you try to sing because you didn't learn how to, like,
I don't think
classically
it's
sing.
still that way. I think because I don't listen to much country music anymore, it got out of it. But, like, gotta get. Maybe the wrong song to do that with. That's Boom Boom Pow by the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
I got that rock and roll.
Oh,
that's
goodness.
Something so.
This is
next level visual. I got that boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that country at all?
That's not country.
All right, good.
That was it was bad. I don't know what was so bad about it.
I got a
woo.
lethargic. I got a woo from
you got
someone.
a woo?
I got a woo.
You don't know if that woo was yours. They could have been talking about the tennis.
No, I saw them. You could see it in the camera.
Okay.
Next time we'll rewind it, and you'll be able to see someone
Okay.
go, wait, was that someone singing Boom Boom,
Boom.
Pow?
Yeah.
Is that actually Will I Am?
Wow.
No,
no,
it's not. It's actually. Well, I mean,
do you remember who gave your commencement address when you graduated from Penn State?
No, it was virtual, so I never really actually got it. That wasn't even.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah.
No.
Damian Perez is back in the studios on the ones and the twos. If you can look on the soundboard and you can hit my kick push music, I'll give you some time to cue it up. I brought that up because I graduated from the illustrious Hampton University, the standard of excellence, and my commencement address when I graduated was delivered by none other than John Lewis, who is obviously renowned as one of the great civil rights activist of this era. He's tied. If you watch the movie Selma, it documented a lot of what he did for civil rights during his time here on Earth, which was spent very well and very impactful. So I was blessed to get John Lewis at Hampton University, my HBCU and home by the sea. Today is another day of Black History Month, and I'm going to give you a tidbit with Teddy here, and it has nothing to do with John Lewis and everything to do with the commencement address that actually I witnessed and heard from at Tennessee State in 2013 when my older brother graduated. And that was delivered by none other than Jesse Jackson. Rest in peace, Jesse Jackson, who we just learned passed away, 84 very pivotal years on this earth, from the Southern Christian Leadership Council, through being Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s protege, through being one of the active voices and the cause for so much change throughout his life. Jesse Jackson is known for many things, including in that commencement address. And the main thing I remember from that day was my mother telling me about these. I was younger at that time. I had no clue what this whole "I am somebody" speech that Jesse Jackson used to deliver so passionately is from a poem, and it was used to inspire black children, to remind them that despite whatever their financial situation is, their social situation is, their standing in their community, what people think of them, you are somebody. So throughout the poem, he would recite it over and over again. I am somebody. I had never heard it. And my mom, being the person who is as typically as annoying as she likes to be and prodding, yeah, she knows she's annoying. She kept, like, the whole weekend before the actual graduation, I might have heard her yell, "I am somebody" about 150 times. So I was a little bit sore on the ears of hearing that from my mom, who was trying to mimic the late, great Jesse Jackson. Well, inevitably, when we did go to the commencement address at Tennessee State at their football stadium, it was a beautiful day. Weather not too bad. You never know with these outside graduations in May in the South. It can get hot and sweaty. That one I remember being pretty cool. And Jesse Jackson did deliver the poem to wrap up his speech, the "I Am Somebody" poem. And it did hit me in a certain way that day, because I was reminded of, not just for me specifically, but for the many kids who were inspired by that message and how much they needed it, specifically in a time where there was a lot more propaganda that was anti-black and anti the youth, specifically that were black in America. And for him to keep that same message throughout, for him to be the voice of reason and of uplift that he was throughout his life, and then for me, he's so, so blessed to have been able to be in the arena for one of those speeches. That's something I'll be telling my grandkids one day about. So salute to the late, great Jesse Jackson. Little Black History Month tidbit for you. And again, I'm sure everybody has seen, yes, his passing that we learned of today from a man that lived an incredible life. We are, theoretically speaking, from the Delray Beach Open, the 34th annual C-Katt, alongside your boy Theo Dorsey. And today is going to be a fun one, because there's also going to be a topic centered around what seems to be a person who would know, who should know, confirming the existence of extraterrestrial life.
Yeah, on my weekend doom scroll, don't got any plans. You open up that evil device in your pocket that we call a cell phone, and I stumbled upon this. And Theo, you're off X, you're off Twitter, but I am not. And I saw this with President Barack Obama talking about aliens.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it?
Area 51.
Area 51. There's no underground facility, unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the President of the United States.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
I thought you said he walked it back.
I mean, that was kind of a walk back.
That's not a walk back. He said aliens are real.
Yeah, they're real, but I've got no proof.
All right, wait. Play that again. Play that again, please, Damien, because it sounds like he didn't walk it back. He just said that they're not at Area 51. This is President Barack Obama admitting aliens are real?
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in, what is it?
Area 51.
Area 51. There's no underground facility, unless there's this enormous conspiracy and they hid it from the President of the United States.
He's saying that they're real.
Yeah.
He said they're real. I haven't seen them, which is fine. But clearly he had the intel to find out they were real, and he just admitted it. He didn't walk it back at all. I'm actually a little nervous about that.
All right, so, like, why are you nervous? What do you think aliens are going to do to you? What makes you
A
so
lot.
important?
I'm pretty important. I got a fat head here against this thing to stand. If the aliens came down here right now, I'm sure they would go after the people with the fat heads first. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you.
I don't know. I'm not nervous because I think I would be a target of the aliens. I think I could actually make a good acquaintance with them because I'm an overall friendly dude. I have never had an issue making friends. I just don't know if the communication is possible with any kind of extraterrestrial. That's why I don't really rock with animals. I can't really communicate with them.
So,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I can't talk to an animal, so I can't really, like suss out how it's feeling.
Fair. So
horses, I'm pretty good with.
So in that comment, I consider that a walk back from Obama by immediately saying, like, I haven't seen them. They're not in Area 51, blah, 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 blah. He also went further walking it back after this podcast or whatever it was released. And he said, quote, he said it was in the spirit of the speed round of the questions, adding that statistically the chances are that life is out there, but he saw, quote, no evidence while being president. So he's doing the whole, like, what are the odds that we're the only living sentient beings in this vast world that we know exists in, after the Big Bang?
Was this during the All-Star Weekend or something, or was this a random podcast?
This is a random podcast.
Okay.
But, like, I mean, I guess it's not random if a former president was there.
Do you believe in aliens? Do you think aliens are real?
Yeah, but I also, like, my words don't matter because I have no inside info.
Okay.
And I also believe in Sasquatch and the Loch Ness Monster and Champ in Lake Champlain. Like, I watch all of those Discovery Channel TV shows about discovering, like, the New Jersey Devil. Like, I think all that stuff's real.
I don't believe in most of those things.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
Like, any of the, all right, so you said most.
Well, I
anything I say you do believe in?
I can't. I want to be genuine with you, because I don't know of some of the things that I don't believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what you know. You don't know something. I don't know what I don't know. But what I do know is I don't believe in no damn Loch Ness Monster or no Sasquatch.
Now, there's been hoaxes before.
Exactly.
Like the big famous Loch Ness Monster picture in the black and white with the little dinosaur-looking head.
That's crap.
That's not real. That was a toy.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think there's a Loch Ness Monster out there.
I don't think so. I don't believe in the Loch Ness Monster. I don't believe in Sasquatch. I do think, you know what, though? I don't have an opinion on aliens because I try not to think about it.
It'll get bogged down in the details?
I couldn't get, I got way too much going on in my life to be trying to figure out whether or not there's aliens. Because also, what am I going to do with that information? Like, imagine spending my next 10, I'm not an astronaut. I don't work for NASA. I work for ESPN West Palm.
Yeah.
I would have no use trying to figure out if aliens are real or not, other than being really, really sharp in conversations like these.
I got you.
What is the worth of that to me? I cannot spend my time on
Would
this.
you book an alien?
Would I be the first to book an alien? I'm guessing what your question is.
Like, hey,
would I be the first person
to
to ever
email
book an
from
alien?
like our boss Brian's like, hey, we've got this alien. He's actually a big fan of the show.
Right, of course he would be. That
And
makes sense.
he wants to join the show to talk and promote the UFO that he came from.
In person?
Whew.
That's a little frightening.
It'd be a phoner.
It had to be a phoner. It had to be a phoner.
We couldn't get him on video. He had to call in.
If we could verify for sure that this is a alien, like a real alien, I would book the alien.
Yeah, you don't turn down the alien.
Yeah.
It shows
The
up
question
on a
is,
competitor and like, damn it, that could have been ours.
Here's the thing. If the alien calls to book, but we have, like, let's say Tom Brady,
all right,
like in that slot, do
all
you,
right, so
do you punt
who
Tom
are-
Brady for an alien?
Who are we bumping for?
Who would you
for
bump
an alien?
for an alien? I don't know if I would bump Tom Brady for an alien because there's always in the back of my mind would be lingering this could be a hoax, and I could bump Tom Brady for a fake alien, and I'm going to be a fool for the rest of my time.
All right, it's not all black and white. In this situation, we'd be like, Tom, could you do 345 instead of the agreed upon 315?
Tom Brady.
Tom, there's an alien on line one.
He would probably
surely you
wanna-
understand, Tom.
Here's the thing. If it's Tom Brady, he probably walks away. He probably doesn't do the
You
interview.
think that he hears that rationale and says, no, if you can't do 315 and you think that alien is too important, then I'm not doing the interview?
The dude is a Fox Sports broadcaster, a pending, maybe fifth ballot Hall of Famer, and a part-time owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. He doesn't have time to be punching back 30-minute interviews for theoretically speaking. But Aaron Rodgers, if we had Aaron Rodgers on, he probably would stay on with the alien.
You think?
I think of course he would.
Yeah, he'd want
right
to.
up his alley.
But I feel like, all right, so
he probably would try to steal the booking from
So
him.
what can you do for us, Aaron?
Right.
We know, like, now we have something that you want. Before, we would want Aaron Rodgers on the show. It would be very interesting. It would make news. It would be very valuable for our show. Now, it would be valuable for Aaron Rodgers to join our show.
Yeah.
So, like, you got to write us a check.
He'd have to slide us some of the ayahuasca, not to try, but just to look at. I want to see what it looks like. Never heard of it.
Some of that McAfee money, it's sitting there.
Some of the McAfee money. I would need him to – you know what I would like from Aaron Rodgers? I would like from him an admission as to who the hell he's married to, because that's one of the big internet, hoax scandals, confusing conspiracies is like he has a wedding ring. He's been saying he's married for over a year. I've been saying I think it's a chance it could be AI. Wife not confirmed or significant other not confirmed TBD. So I would tell him the only way you stay on with this alien is if you also reveal to us who your significant other is. And that'll be the ultimatum.
Okay.
Because then what would the headline be? If we had a podcast, we did Theoretically Speaking, happy hour, 2 guests, Alien and Aaron Rodgers. If Aaron Rodgers reveals to us who his significant other is, his mysterious significant other, or the alien reveals to us what their plans are, like there's going to be some blogs, some websites that are going to lead with the Rodgers information.
Okay. We did have a admission of being an alien on these airwaves earlier today.
Really?
Yes.
Who?
You'll have to find out next.
Wow. That is a great tease. What I can tell you is a great show is the Winter Equestrian Festival, and I want you all to experience the world's premier equestrian event that's right here in Wellington, Florida. WEF brings together the best athletes and horses from around the globe for 13 weeks, and the weeks are running thin, so make sure you get online now and book your trip to Wellington International. That is wellingtoninternational.com. It's going to be elite international equestrian competition. General admission is free during the day from Thursday through Sunday, and of course, there's the pristine, the iconic, the transcendent Saturday Night Lights. It's a high-energy show jumping under the lights, a vibrant atmosphere, family activities, food, music, excitement that you can feel. So whether you're a lifelong equestrian fan or looking for the perfect night out, this event offers world-class sports, shopping, dining, and premium hospitality in a setting unlike any other. Tap in, good people, now through March at Wellington International. Visit wellingtoninternational.com for more information. Wellington International, where champions are made.
We were parked in front of the Tommy's Fresh Brewed Iced Tea tent. At the DVO right now. And it's staring me in the face. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to withhold myself from that through the duration of the 4 hours I'm on the air today.
Yeah, you're on the air through 6. I know you're going to be tapping in with the iced tea. There's also the Tommy's Squeezed Lemonade.
Tommy does a lot here.
He
also does the pretzels.
Oh, my goodness, Tommy.
Tommy's active.
Tommy's got a lot going on.
He's got a tool belt of different types of food that he can provide the people here.
Tommy has got the motion here. We'll tell you who else has the motion here at the Delray Beach Open, as well as we get into who admitted to being an alien on these airwaves earlier, because I need to know. That is C-Katt. I'm Theo Dorsey. We are Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
The 2 p.m. hour is presented by the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Teeing off February 25th at PGA National. Get your tickets today at thecognizantclassic.com.
Hi, I'm Janice Ridenour from J. Zello & Associates. For nearly 30 years, my firm has worked alongside business owners and their teams, helping them truly understand QuickBooks with clear accounting guidance, proven workflows, and hands-on training. We offer customized QuickBooks Online training delivered in a supportive, judgment-free environment so you can learn at your pace. If you're stressed about your books, you don't have to be. Get trained, get confident, get it right. And when you need ongoing support or you'd rather have it done for you, our experienced team is here to help. Visit jzolo.com and schedule your free consultation today.
Does your business leave a lasting impression? Attractive, eye-catching signs help you stand out from the crowd and create a strong brand identity. Our team at Signorama West Palm are experts in helping your business get noticed and get effective signage in front of your potential customers. Our team can turn your blank windows or plain vehicles into money-making branding machines by drawing customers' attention to your business. So if you're looking to leave that lasting impression, call us 561-687-7993 or visit SignoramawPB.com.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 20...
So former President Obama came out and said that aliens were real. And obviously that got us talking. So I wanted to know, Shaq, do you believe in aliens? Do you think aliens are in fact real?
I am an alien.
You are. So what do you think of our species then?
You guys are okay.
That's our scouting report. We're okay.
Oh, my God. Wait, I got to paint the picture. For those listening on radio, as soon as Shaq said that, he then leans into the camera on ESPNU right now. Oh, my God, amazing. Now he's doing the alien face. It's just
So,
tremendous.
Shaq, as an alien, can you give us a little bit more detail? Where did you come from? What's it like in space?
I come from a planet called Kill All the Old Weak NBA Players. I killed them all.
This origin story here.
You really did. Very good. Well, what a privilege it is to talk to Shaq, the alien.
No, but
Shaq,
I've always wondered that myself. I'm at night I look up and I always wonder. We're taught about the other planets and all that, but I always wondered if there's something beyond that. I would like to see some footage or see something very substantial. You hear about Area 51 and all the secret stuff they have, but if Obama says aliens are real, then they're real.
Aliens are in fact real.
Right? I am an alien.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
That's right, we are here at the Delray Beach Open. This tournament that it actually was started in '93, didn't come to Delray Beach here at the Delray Beach Tennis Center until '99. And it is on and popping all the way through the 22nd. We're going to have matches from some of the top players in the world. It's getting down, C-Katt.
93, 99.
Yeah.
Is that a year? Oh, my thermostat in South Florida.
This is this guy here. I thought you were first going to, because I was born in '93. I thought you were going to say like '93 is a long time ago.
Not an old
like I'm
joke.
old.
No,
Okay,
this
cool.
is a transition joke.
Transition joke. Well, I will tell you, if your thermostat says 93 or 99, and if you're in South Florida, if you in North Canada, if you are on Mars with the aliens, either way, you are in some deep trouble. That's not where you want it, right? And my thermostat stays right around 68, sometimes creeps up to 71, generally in that little range right there, and that is because I am with the peak performance of EDS, air conditioning, and plumbing. It is starting to get back hot outside. We had the nice cold fronts come in to pull out the sweaters. It was cute to turn on the heat for a little bit and get that thing cranking, figure out if it works on you or not. And the good thing about me with EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing is I have a gold plan membership, which means I get 2 check-ins every year, preventative care and repair. They're one call away, one website punch-in away, edssisyes.com. And the service is absolutely excellent, so I didn't have any issues through the cold months, and I don't anticipate any issues through the warm months. But the great thing is EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing has top-notch customer service. They are in year 20 of service in this area. So if anything does come up, I know I'm in good hands to be able to tap in and they can hook it up. Plumbing or air conditioning, they've got you covered. Real trust and everyday savings. Plus, if you need a new system, you are in luck. 0% interest financing for 60 months to qualified customers. 0% interest financing, 60 months for qualified customers. Find out if you are qualified online right now. EDSisyes.com. EDSisyes.com. Tap in with the good people, save money, and get real quality help. C-Katt, who in the heck said they're an alien?
All right, so earlier today on Unsportsmanlike, it was Evan Cohen, who was live from ESPN West Palm's studios in City Place. It was Kevin Clark, who was not there, and it was Michelle Smallman. Michelle Smallman asked this question to Shaquille O'Neal, and he had this answer.
I am an alien.
You are. So what do you think of our species then?
You guys are okay.
That's our scouting report. We're okay.
Oh, my God. Wait, I got to paint the picture. For those listening on radio, as soon as Shaq said that, he then leans into the camera on ESPNU right now. Oh, my God, amazing. Now he's doing the alien face. It's just
So,
tremendous.
Shaq, as an alien, can you give us a little bit more detail? Where did you come from? What's it like in space?
I come from a planet called Kill All the Old Weak NBA Players.
Oh, my God.
I killed them all.
This origin story here.
All right,
You
dang,
really
that's
did.
enough
Yeah,
of Shaquille O'Neal on Unsportsmanlike.
Well, what a privilege it is to talk to Shaq.
So do you buy it?
No, I don't buy it.
I think Evan was putting on a little bit. I don't think he was laughing that hard. I think when you're in front of Shaq and Shaq makes a joke,
You have to
I
laugh,
think you
yeah.
laugh harder than you actually think it's funny.
Yeah.
Which I would do the same thing.
Right,
I'm
yeah.
not faulting him whatsoever.
Yeah.
But that was a pretty strong. That was a belly-o.
Yeah, he was loving it. He was loving it. Yeah.
And it's not a shot. I'm just
Yeah, no,
calling
it's not.
for what I see.
It's not a shot. No, we'll have Evan Cohen on tomorrow, and we'll ask him if he was really that tickled by Shaq's alien joke.
He looked like me in a meeting with our CEO,
Yeah.
Craig Cargensen. That was that type of laugh.
I have not seen a man laugh like that since Craig Carmenson, our CEO, cracked the joke in front of the cat.
Yeah.
And, man, he gets you rolling. That guy gets you rolling.
So, like, if Shaq
Shaq is
was an
not a-
alien, would that alien use his powers to become the most dominant center of all time?
That's the issue. Victor Wembanyama's nickname is the Alien.
Right, which
And-
is has there ever been an athlete whose nickname was the Alien? That feels like a layup.
No, I don't think so. But again, you have to be an alien. You have to really feel like a.
You got to look the part.
Yeah, and I think Victor Wembanyama fits the part. 7'6". Some people say 7'5". He's like 7'6". The way in which he moves like a guard, how athletic he is, the flow he has, the control and the pace of the game. He is an alien, and I don't think Shaq has the work ethic of an alien. No disrespect to Shaq, but I'm respecting aliens right now.
I was going to say, I think you're being presumptuous on aliens in that they do have a work ethic.
I think the aliens grind at a whole different level. How have they remained undiscovered for so long? You know,
Well, I mean, maybe it's not for lack of trying.
maybe they're
Or
just
maybe
lazy as hell.
maybe it is for lack of trying.
If
they want, like, if they had some sort of work ethic, maybe we would know about aliens because they would make an imprint on our universe.
Well, they are. It's just in places we don't know about yet, apparently. I mean, President Barack Obama said aliens are out there.
Exactly.
But
So he didn't have proof.
He did not say he had proof, and he did not say he saw the aliens. And if President Barack Obama says that there are aliens and he's never seen them, I think you and I can both agree he's seen Shaq. He's probably seen Shaq. So I
okay.
don't think he would lie to us.
Fair
Shaq's
enough.
not an alien. He's a liar. He's a funny liar. Just ask Evan Cohen. We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3. More Delray Beach Open on the other side.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Banyan Printing, your trusted partner for all your printing and signage needs. With 48 years of local service, over 1,000 customers choose Banyan for fast turnaround, free delivery, consistent results, and market-leading customer service. Banyan's all-in-one solution saves businesses time and resources. From business cards and brochures to direct mail services and signage, they eliminate the hassle of multiple vendors. If you're unsure you're getting the best service or value, visit banyanonline.com or call 561-586-6220.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's There's only one reason Manzo's has voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
We also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is your boy Theo Dorsey. We are live at the Delray Beach Open at the Delray Beach Tennis Center right here in the heart of Delray Beach, Florida. It is the happy hour now. C-Katt is on my side here, not on the other side of the glass on the ones and the twos, and we are literally like just yards away from center court here at the Delray Beach Tennis Center. We are going to have obviously some tennis action going throughout. This is on the Tennis Channel. Live if you're watching the Delray Beach Open on TV. And we will be live here, ESPN 106.3, all the way until 6 o'clock, unless, again, of course, unless we get booted off for being too loud and disrupting the tennis flow. But I don't see that happening at this point, C-Katt.
No, we're good. We're good. We've got good space between us and the action, so you can choose which one you want. Okay, I'm going to get a pretzel, I'm going to get an iced tea, I'm going to get a lemonade, I'm going to listen to Theoretically Speaking live and in color, or I'm going to go into the actual stands and watch the tennis court because the action's fun, man. It's pretty cool.
It is. It's absolutely cool. And we got a lot of different vendors out here as well for you to enjoy. We got food. We got different, like, apparel items. We have Baptist Health over here. We have the Replay Club, a pickleball unit right in front of us that people could come check out.
The merchandise is really nice for the DBO.
Yeah.
Like, I walked past it on the way in, and they had – any way that you can merchandise a tennis ball, they figured out every single way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like a pocketbook, a dog tennis ball. It's different from a human tennis ball. A T-shirt. They found creative ways to merchandise this stuff.
One of my buddies is a former professional tennis player, so when I was on the way here, I was like, I bet you he played in the Delray Beach Open at some point. Let me text him and what his thoughts were. So I just shot him a text. Hey, yo, you played the Delray Beach Open before? He screenshotted me a picture, actually, of him playing in it.
Oh.
And he said, yep, played it here. Doubles. You there? And I was like, yeah, man, over here, man. It's cool. What do you think of the event? And he was like, it's actually an amazing event. He said it's not the U.S. Open, but I really enjoyed it at a 250 level on the ATP. So
okay,
that is great.
I'm gonna nod and act like I know what that means. 250 level ATP.
I told him the same thing. I had to Google it. I Googled it afterwards.
So that was cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's not the coolest moment of the week.
Oh, well, let's do it. The EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing coolest moment of the week.
Time now for the coolest moment of the week. Presented by EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. EDS is yes.
Tiger Woods is synonymous with dominance in sports. He is one of the main athletes people would love to see back in his prime again, back playing in the big events again. And he was asked about his availability in a pretty big tournament coming up. Take a listen.
Final thing with you in regards to your recovery. Is the Masters off the table for you?
No.
Final thing.
That's all he had to say.
That's tough.
We might see Tiger Woods in Augusta in April, dude.
That's crazy. I mean, are we really believing it though, or are we just like, is this wishful? Is this wishful? And again, that's your EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing coolest moment of the week. Tiger, not saying he's out of the Masters, leaving the door open.
I believe that he believes it.
Okay,
you know, like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like
since he's had the injury issues and whatnot.
I don't think he's lying. Like it was March 2025, so right before last year's Masters, that he ruptured his left Achilles, and he's been chipping, he's been putting, and he's been ramping it up a little bit, giving updates along the way. He's been around the game. His son just last week or the week before that committed verbally to playing at Florida State for college golf. He's been coaching on his Jupiter Lynx TGL squad, and that team's doing good, so he probably wants to get in the playoff race for them.
Yeah.
I'm not ruling out Tiger Woods to play in the Masters come April.
I remember how I told you that the Masters tournament, I tried to hang on to my job and when I was working in Albany, Georgia for like 1 or 2 weeks longer so I can cover the Masters one last time.
Stretch it out a little bit.
Guess which Masters that was?
Which one?
It was the one Tiger won.
2019 Masters.
That
just
was the
because
one
you were
Tiger won.
What job did you take instead of staying where you were?
Took a hybrid news/sports anchoring job in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Just so you could be in Greensboro a week earlier. You missed out on a top 5 sports, not golf, sports moment of all time.
And it's not like it could happen again. He said he could play in this Masters, and the door's not closed. He could potentially win again. Golf is the kind of sport where even if you fall off a little athletically, you can plausibly see him winning a tournament again at a major level. But like, it doesn't feel like that was my opportunity to like witness Tiger like do the thing that we had all been waiting on him to do, and I missed it by 2 weeks because I wanted to like advance in my career. It was stupid. It was dumb.
Does Tiger get you to watch golf at this age, coming off this injury, like he would have 6 years ago?
It's hard to say. So the question is more so, does Tiger in contention get me to watch golf? Does Tiger into the weekend get me to watch golf more? Because I would say yes.
He's got to show it on Thursday and Friday, and if he is in one of those final pairings, then he definitely would move the needle for you.
He's on the TV throughout the weekend if he's playing in the weekend, especially of a major. Right.
Like if it was at the Genesis this weekend, you would be more likely to watch that tournament if you saw that Tiger was 2 shots off the lead and teeing off at 2:30.
Yeah, it's like that's appointment television, especially because, again, you never know when the last one. We talked about the fact that I just stumbled upon being able to be in an arena for a Jesse Jackson speech because my brother was graduating at Tennessee State. I did not know that I would be at one of the last speeches. I mean, he had several more after that, but my only opportunity to go and see that. You never know when it's going to be the next time or the last time that Tiger Woods competes into the weekend and on a Sunday, and I would be remiss if I had an opportunity to watch that and missed it. Can't do it.
True. Good points.
Can't do it. I would be locked in on Tiger playing on the weekend. I would not be watching his first round on a Thursday. I wouldn't.
Oh, the Masters?
Or
Masters
the Masters
might be different.
Yeah, of the Masters, I would. Of the Cognizant Classic, maybe if you got ready in a week,
right down the road, a little warm-up. I think Todd will have him.
I think Todd Fleming would love to have him, tournament director and CEO of the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. And if he's ready for the Masters tournament, you know, that's only a month and a half away.
Yeah, Todd said on Friday of last week that the Friday of this week is the deadline for the field.
So
it'll be finalized at 4 o'clock. So
it's in his backyard, too. He can drive to it. He can walk to it.
I don't want to get everyone's hopes up, but if Todd Fleming takes a phone call in the middle of his appearance on Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3, there's a non-zero chance that he's talking to Tiger Woods.
Tiger Watch. We're going to have Tiger Watch Friday on Theoretically Speaking?
Todd's a great guy. We love Todd. Todd loves us. You think Todd would break it with us? Or would he wait for the news?
He wouldn't have a choice. He wouldn't have a choice.
They could withhold it for a little bit. I don't know. We're off the air.
It's not like him breaking it with us would stop would make it
steal
any
the
less,
thunder.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like unless somebody else is. Now, I don't know. Some of these insiders might be paying for intels. Like, is Jeff Passan, like, is he.
Baseball.
I know, I'm just saying, like, is he paying for intel on baseball? Is Woj sliding people bread?
Shefty always dips his toes into other
Shams?
sports that are not football. I bet Adam Schefter would pick that up.
Right. Schefter will probably be the one. Schefter would likely be the one, but there's a lot of golf insiders, too, for ESPN. So
stay tuned on Friday. You might hear massive news regarding Tiger Woods. Might. Keyword might.
Might. Yeah, we don't know. And also, when's the last time Tiger's actually played in that event? It's been a while, actually. It's been quite some
ramp
time.
up. I don't know if you would want to shake off the rust on the first tee at Augusta National.
Right. And why not do it at a very familiar course built by a buddy of yours or designed by a buddy of yours? I do want to welcome you all into the show and welcome you to be a part of it by joining us on the Baptist Health Hotline, 888-760-3776. It is the age-old question regarding Tiger Woods. Now that we know it's a possibility that he could be playing in the Masters tournament, will he be must-watch TV for you if Tiger does suit up? And I'm talking about Thursday, not waiting until the weekend like I'll be doing. Thursday, are you watching him tee off round 1 of the Masters? If he finds a way to recover in time to play at Augusta National Golf Club, is Tiger Woods still that draw for you? A lot of people still do think he can win another major. We'll see. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline, 888-760-3776. That is the Baptist Health Hotline. Step into pro-level orthopedic care at Baptist Health. From weekend warriors to seasoned pros, our all-pro team delivers the advanced care that you deserve. Get back to doing what you love most. Get back to the hobbies. Get back to the thrill. Get back to the enjoyment that you get out of life through the many hobbies that you've fallen in love with. And do that with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. We don't want you to be living with that soreness, with the joint pain, with the issues that you wake up every morning feeling and you're like, ugh, I can't get going the way I used to. If this was me 10 years ago, I'd be, no. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. BaptistHealth.net/ortho. Welcome to being treated like a pro with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Learn more online, BaptistHealth.net/ortho. That is C-Katt. I'm Theo Dorsey. We are both going to be on Tiger Watch on Friday. But for now, we're Theoretically Speaking from the Delray Beach Open on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
You've seen the PGA Tour's best on the course, but in the arena, it's prime time. Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back. With big moments, big personalities, non-stop action on the big screen. Shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, and overtime. Tickets are on sale now, but availability is limited. Visit TGLGolf.com to get your tickets while they last. TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Responsibly disposing of unwanted medical syringes or sharps and expired prescription medication is critical for public safety and environmental preservation. Do not put sharps or pills into garbage or recycling bins. The Solid Waste Authority of Palm Beach County does not accept them at any of their facilities. Contact Florida Health Palm Beach County to learn how to responsibly dispose of your sharps. For pill drop box locations, contact your local police department, the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, or visit pbcdrop.org.
Hi, I'm Janice Ridenour from J. Zello & Associates. For nearly 30 years, my firm has worked alongside business owners and their teams, helping them truly understand QuickBooks with clear accounting guidance, proven workflows, and hands-on training. We offer customized QuickBooks Online training delivered in a supportive, judgment-free environment so you can learn at your pace. If you're stressed about your books, you don't have to be. Get trained, get confident, get it right. And when you need ongoing support or you'd rather have it done for you, our experienced team is here to help. Visit jzolo.com and schedule your free consultation today.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
College basketball is heating up and the tournament is almost here. Don't let your home get caught off guard. Get ready now with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can get 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the court, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS has been the trusted MVP since 2006. Visit EDSIsyes.com today. Stay cool and be ready before the madness hits.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
We are at the Delray Beach Open, the Delray Beach Tennis Center. We are rolling on through until 4 o'clock. That's when Russo and Rizzo picks up the baton and carries you through 6. And, of course, the Delray Beach Open has got your back until the 22nd. High-flying, fast action tennis, some of the best in the world, literally one of the best draws that this tournament has seen in the history of its existence, and that dates back to 1993 when it was in Coral Springs, and of course back to 99 when it moved officially to Delray Beach. So make sure you come on out to the Delray Beach Tennis Center between now and the 22nd to catch some world-class tennis at the highest point, professionally in this sport. C-Katt, we have discussed aliens at this point. We, of course, had to get around to what Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
We are proud of our parents. Want to know why? Because they work for the school district of Palm Beach County. There's lots of great jobs. With paid vacation, holidays off, healthcare, and retirement. You can be in the same schedule as your kids. Come work at the school district of Palm Beach County. You'll see why it's your best choice.
Join us at the Team Palm Beach Schools Job Fair. Register at palmbeachschools.org/job fair. That's palmbeachschools.org/job fair.
The best athletes in the world will compete for the gold, but here in South Florida, you can get the gold. Plan, that is, from EDS Air Conditioning. EDS is yes. EDS Air Conditioning is a train comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. With the EDS Gold Plan, you get numerous benefits, including 2 yearly tune-ups to keep your AC unit world class. Make your family and your nation proud with the Gold Plan from EDS Air Conditioning. EDS is yes. EDSAirconditioning.com.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2026 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2026 Defender 110 P300S for just $899 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Experience the world's premier equestrian event right here in Wellington, Florida. The Winter Equestrian Festival brings together Olympic and world champion riders and horses from all around the globe for 13 weeks of elite international competition and unforgettable moments. Don't miss the iconic Saturday Night Lights, high-energy show jumping, incredible atmosphere, and excitement under the lights. Now through March at Wellington International. Visit wellingtoninternational.com for more information. Wellington International, where champions are made.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
The things that LeBron James are cutting out of his diet are starting to get me concerned because it's making me feel bad about my diet and my locked-in ability and locked-inness.
Well, Brady did the strawberry thing.
Yep.
It wasn't limited to no strawberries, but that was one of the
cut
things.
out strawberries.
Yeah, that was the famous thing.
Okay.
It's got too many sugars, I believe, even though they're natural and, like, good sugars. Not for Tom Brady, and he won 7 Super Bowls, and I didn't.
I don't know if there's one thing that LeBron, like, cherishes and loves. It's, of course, his family, his I Promise school, and then there's basketball, too. But then there's wine. This dude is a wine aficionado. He loves his wine. Every single podcast you see him do, he's cheersing wine. This year, he quit alcohol and wine to lock in and get his body right. So that's a little bit like, okay, slow down. And now I'm seeing here on Bleacher Report, it says LeBron James gave up eating chocolate chip cookies after missing the beginning of the season to get his body back right as well. And you will recall, remember there's the infamous story of LeBron James on the Miami Heat team plane where Pat Riley ordered for them to confiscate LeBron James's chocolate chip cookies, and that apparently upset the king.
Wow.
And that was part of the reason why he had a distance relationship with Pat Riley and part of the reason why he left the Miami Heat. They wouldn't let him have his cookies on the plane.
If they took away your Culligan water system in your abode, you'd be mad too.
They would have to rip it out of the ground, and against my will. They would have to have me in
Hold
some
you
kind
down.
of compromising situation and rip it out of the ground. And I would be crying and fighting to get it back. That's how much I love the Culligan water system we have. And we spend so much time talking about performance and what are some things you can do to make yourself more energized, to make yourself more nutritious, to just be a better person, especially in the new year. It's what you eat. It's how you train. It's how you recover. Well, you know what? Even how our favorite players and teams are performing, all of that can boil down to the quality of their water. Do you think about your home water system ever? Do you think about how it's performing? You should. And my friends at Culligan can help you. They can come out and do a free water test right at your home. Just Culligan.com. They can pull up. It's super easy. And it really opened my eyes at my own home when I got my free water test. My guy Tim pulled up. He showed me what was in my water, what items I can get to improve it. I got the water softener. I got the reverse osmosis system. Both work in lockstep to ensure that my family and our health is of utmost priority. Plus, the water is just darn good. Don't have to worry about the ice out of my refrigerator to filter or anything being bad. All of that stuff is good. Florida has some of the worst water, but my house has some of the best because it's locked in with Culligan. And right now, you can get 12 months interest-free. They service all of South Florida, residential or commercial. 12 months interest-free to get you a new system right now. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com. Culligan water you love. C-Katt, man, we're joined now by my guy, Cameron Wolfe from NFL Network. He is a national reporter. He is back from covering the Super Bowl and his meandering around the Bay and through Napa Valley with the wife because, he deserved a good vacation. And he joins us now on a Tuesday. We're howling with the Wolf. What's happening, brother?
What's good, fellas? I am great, man. Thank you for that intro.
Man, the sun is shining bright on you, man. You look like a relaxed man, a guy that's probably, been searching through golf tee times now that the NFL season has at least winded down. I know we still got some stuff to do, but the games are over.
Yeah, man, I love football, but I'm not going to lie to you. That day after the Super Bowl, man, that feels a little different. Feels a little different when you realize you don't have to travel nowhere next week. You can sit up on a Tuesday and maybe turn on Netflix. You know how long it's been that I've been Tuesday at 1:00 and said, you know what? Let me see what's going on Netflix right now. It's crazy stuff. Even for a couple hours, just having the freedom is cool, but we're back into it. Combine's next week. And so, but have a couple of weeks to spend with the family was really cool. Super Bowl was incredible. Just kind of being able to experience everything that comes with that week. Of course, there's the work leading up to it and Super Bowl Sunday, but you're going to parties, you're going to events, you're running into people that you wouldn't normally see. And so everything the sport gives me experience-wise, I'm always excited to share. So, yeah, for sure.
This 10-plus years, right, covering the NFL. What year is it specifically?
Yeah, this was year 10. We just finished year 10, going into year 11. So, man, I'm a decade in. I'm a OG. They would have put me on the OG NBA All-Star squad. I would have been with LeBron and Kawhi and all them boys with the old knees. Anthony Edwards and the boys would have been talking crazy about us. I don't feel like an OG, but I definitely have been in the game for a little bit. And so I'm appreciative to be able to still be on this ride.
You're not feeling like an OG. There's people that are OG Miami Dolphins fans that are feeling absolutely sick and tired of the promises, the hope, the failures, the highs that don't get high enough, and the lows that feel like they last too long. But we are entering a new regime this offseason. This is going to be one of the more pivotal offseasons of Dolphins football that I can ever recall. New GM, new head coach, maybe a new quarterback, no Tyreek Hill. Like, we're learning a lot. Like, what's your first, just before free agency even starts off, what is your just first depiction of what's gone on so far in this transition for the Dolphins, man?
Yeah. I almost compare it as like, when you go into a new house, you got a new house that you bought and everything has to go. You got to put everything in the boxes. You got to decide, do we really want to keep this? Things that you thought were super valuable, things you got great memories at, and you got to start anew. And a lot of times nobody likes to move. It's painful. It's time consuming. You end up stressing a lot. And early on that first month or two, first season for the Dolphins, it may be difficult. You may have to be living out of boxes. You may not know know a lot of what's the people and the stuff you got going on. It may not be smooth, but the hope is that the new house is better than the old house. That's kind of where they are. And so I would warn Dolphins fans, 2026 might be that first month you're in the new house. You might be figuring out the kinks of things. There might be boxes still piled up everywhere. You might not know where anything is or who anybody is this first year. And I think that's a part of their journey. You know, it starts with getting rid of Tyreek Hill and Bradley Chubb, and next you'll see Tua gone in some capacity, whether it's trade or release. And, I can't tell you who the starting quarterback of the Dolphins is going to be in 2026. I can't tell you who their leading, most exciting player is going to be. Maybe Jalen Waddle, maybe Devon Achane, but there's still a lot to learn. But their hope is that they clean a lot of the mess, and maybe next year, the year after, you're looking at a Dolphins team that you can count on to maybe be tough enough to win in December and January.
Cam, in your assessment in covering the NFL and covering the Dolphins specifically, would you say the Dolphins are in a better spot today, February 17th, 2026, than February 17th, 2025, this exact day last year?
No, I would not. I would say that last year there was hope for a playoff team. There was hope for a path. Maybe it was false hope. Right now, I do not expect the Dolphins to be anywhere near the playoffs in 2026. Just calling it what it is. I just
bold statement there from Cam Wake.
I just don't foresee it. You could be surprised. The Patriots certainly made a crazy turnaround in year one under Mike Vrabel. Jacksonville, same thing under Liam Cohen. You could be surprised, but they don't have the quarterback in Drake May. They don't have the quarterback in Trevor Lawrence to fix around. So it's going to be painful. And that being said, there's not a clear vision of what it looks like. In 2025, you could say, hey, if Tua plays great and stays healthy, if all these things happen, we have a path to be a contender. There's not that clear path now, and they're going to have to add a lot of pieces to get there. And so, yeah, I felt better about the team then because there was much more talent and much more hope.
What the options for the Miami Dolphins, it doesn't feel like picking a quarterback at number 11 is realistic based on who's behind Mendoza in this draft. So it's either a day 2 or late round quarterback through the draft, or they can hit the free agency / trade market. Who are some of the names that you've been hearing are realistic that the Dolphins could actually try to pursue?
Yeah, the big one's Malik Willis in free agency. You hear that name a lot. Obviously, the Green Bay connection. Your head coach, Jeff Hafley, your general manager, John Eric Sullivan, both come from Green Bay. Malik Willis had his breakout there. I'm sure they're going to have interest in Malik Willis. Price is going to be a question. Like, you start to look at where the Dolphins cap situation is. They're eating a lot of money on their dead cap with Tyreek Hill, Bradley Chubb, Tua going on their cap. Can they spend the $20 to $25 million a year it may cost to get Malik Willis? Sounds like he's going to make some real money. And there's other teams. There's Arizona, there's Pittsburgh, there's Minnesota, there's New York Jets. All those teams, and even teams like Atlanta early on in the season in the market for a quarterback that have more cap space than Miami. And so I'm sure they will have interest. I don't know that he's going to be able to be in their price zone. So maybe you have to look at the next tier down of what that looks like. Do you have to, figure out, can you trade for a Tanner McKee or Anthony Richardson? Do you go into a draft and say, hey, we're going to take a shot on a Garrett Nussmeier or a Taylon Green on day 2, early day 3, and kind of essentially punt with that position and a young quarterback and a cheap veteran and say we're going to swing in 2027 when we're probably going to be at the top of the draft? I think that's certainly probably the most realistic option I foresee for this team right now. So, yeah, I can't give you a name and say, hey, get excited because this guy is going to be the starting quarterback of the Dolphins here in the next month.
What I would like them to do the most, I like you brought up Garrett Nussmeier because he's a guy that injuries kind of derailed his last year with LSU. Before this, he was thought of as a first-round pick. So maybe you can find something in him like what the Saints found in Tyler Shuck last year with their first-year head coach in Kellen Moore, where he can outperform expectations, and then you don't have to draft a quarterback next year. I would really, really, really like that for the Miami Dolphins. But another thing I thought about is, and again, a lot of this stuff is alleged, but ain't this the same team that had an owner who was, maybe requesting a head coach to lose some games and incentivizing that with some bread? Like, isn't this a new regime that has a lot of job security? The Miami Dolphins, to me, they feel like they're going to look like the Utah Jazz of the NFL next year. I think everything is screaming that, where they're going to be quietly but loudly tanking. Am I a conspiracy theorist? Am I crazy here?
Are you suggesting there's a march for Arch in play? You know, I think that the tanking word certainly will cause a lot of concernment with Miami because it cost them a draft pick some years ago and a first round pick, and it's a lot of money and a lot of embarrassment. I don't think they will actively tank as far as a team, but there are ways teams tank through their roster all the time. And I think that you're going to see a very lean, a very young Dolphins roster, which on paper should be one of the worst teams in the league. And so, look, we're going to see. Maybe they exceed their skill set, but it is sort of like the thing when you put a roster up on Madden and you see your overall 72 and you're supposed to be 28th in the league. I think that's the type of roster you're probably going to have going through. And if that leads to a march to Arch, I don't know that there's a lot of people that'd be upset with that. You know, that's kind of how I would view how they handle that question.
Arch Manning could step into South Florida and be the biggest sports star, maybe behind Matthew Tkachuk instantly. Like, over Bam Adebayo.
I think that he'd be above Matthew Tkachuk. In terms of a star, the starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins.
Football is king.
Manning. You're right. I was trying to be respectful. To the champions.
Not as proven, but certainly the most high profile, for sure.
Right, and then with the last name, that also puts it over the top. Wolf, continue to enjoy the offseason. We're going to tap back in with you again throughout the offseason to check in and make sure that we're not too far off. And yeah, man, I'll see you on the golf course sometime soon, man.
Absolutely. I've been looking for a guy to be in the sand next to me. I've been waiting. It's time.
I've been practicing.
Absolutely. Just don't splash me with all your shots in the water when it's coming my way, man.
No promises. No promises. Appreciate the time again. That is Cameron Wolf. You can find him on social medias at Cameron Wolf, and you can watch him on NFL Network. And Rizzo are going to continue things on here from the Delray Beach Open, and this is my time. So the Russo and Rizzo is next. Thanks for joining us, and thanks to everybody here at the DBO. Go in love, go in peace, go enjoy.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program